Many people ask me how I stay so sharp. So ahead of the curve, I tell them the truth. I read, I question everything, and I don't let anyone else do my thinking for me. And that, my friends, is why today's news from Google, it is not just a big deal, it is a terrifying one. They just announced they're replacing the good old search bar with generative AI. And if you're not sweating yet, you should be, because this isn't just an upgrade, it is an unaliving of the internet as we know it. And it is coming for your critical thinking and potentially your wallet. We're talking about a world where Google, the company that used to give you options, now just gives you the answer. Spoon-fed, pre-digested, and probably monetized. Rest in peace, Google search bar. You had a good run, 25 years. That is like a lifetime in internet years. But now, it is gone. Replaced by an intelligent search bar run by Google's AI. You can ask it questions directly. Prompts you'd typically ask an AI while still searching sounds efficient, right? Sounds like progress. Well, let's pull back the curtain on this so-called progress, because the real story, it is a lot darker, and it is coming next Tuesday. People all over the internet are losing their minds right now, and for good reason. Google just dropped a massive new update, a massive announcement, and it is a big change, like really big. I'll give you my opinion. But first, let's hear this perspective, because it hits different. I don't know if you knew this, but Google just killed the internet as we know it, and nobody asked them to, because today, at Google I/O, they stood on the stage and announced the biggest upgrade to the search box in over 25 years. They completely reimagined it with AI, that blinking cursor that, trained an entire generation on how to think, gone, replaced by an AI that thinks for you. And that, my friends, should terrify everyone. Seriously, here is what they've done. They have now AI mode, Google's conversational-like interface that bypasses the traditional list of, those rank blue links. It is now the default search experience, not an option, the default, and nearly 7 out of 10 people who search for something on Google now get their answer without ever even clicking a single link. The information superhighway, it is dead. It has come to a complete stop as we know it. What we helped build has pretty much now just trained some bot to do it. We don't think anymore. We don't click on things. We just sit there and expect the answer to be told to us. Digital trends, they went from 8.5 million clicks monthly to just 260,000. That is a 97% collapse. In web traffic, that is not a dip, that is a wipeout. And here's the kicker. The more people use AI, the worse they score on critical thinking tests. Man, people are getting dumber and the effect is strongest. In younger people, you get faster. And dumber at the same time. Excessive reliance on AI-driven solutions may contribute to cognitive atrophy and shrinking of critical thinking abilities. Yeah, they're not going to slow down, they're actually flooring it. We traded 25 years of building the most powerful information tool in human history for a chatbot that summarizes other people's work. Yeah. And I think you made a good point in this video, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, AI does make people, a little bit lazier in general. You guys remember back in the day when you had to go on things like Google and you'd see, what was actually going on the platform, as you see some of my history of what I've looked up right here, right? But yeah, you used to go back in the day and you'd have to look through all these different, sources and websites and articles and things like this. And I'm not saying it is the worst idea. I think it is an efficiency driver, but I do think on the grand scheme of things, it does make it a little bit, I guess too easy for a lot of people. I don't know. I guess that is their goal though. Efficiency and automated. However, when you talk about getting the facts of a lot of information, getting your sources, I hope that is getting your sources, but here is a live demo of what people are seeing right now as you go to Google. You get on this page right here. So this is what I'm confused about, right? When I see videos like that, they're saying it is gone, but I still have the regular Google page where you can look up average gas prices. It still has the AI overview, and it has got all your sources right down here, right? Like you got your regular AI fuel prices and all these different things. However, yes, the AI mode is on the side, right? And you see you can click AI mode. And here is my most recent search, Google AI tool. Click that. And yes, you get an AI, document with also a few links on there as well. So I don't think it is the worst thing in the world. I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, do I think, I'm tired of the AI age. I'm tired of these data centers. I'm tired of all these different AI generated models and all these different, yes, I am tired of it. But when you talk about this update, I think it makes sense. In terms of the natural flow of what these companies' massive goal is, and when you talk about, the Google stock for the past, I guess, year or so, they're doing very, very well, guys, year to date right now. I mean, green across the board, up 23%. Right now, as we speak, 387.85 a share as we speak, right? So they're doing very, very well. And apparently their shareholders love it. They're a tech company for all sake. But anyways, that is my perspective on it. That is my take. I'm not saying it is the greatest thing, but what I am saying is other companies are doing it, so why wouldn't Google do it? You know, they're a company there to make money, it makes sense. In terms of the natural flow, I just wish we had certain regulations, like AI needs to stop right here of where we at. That is my take on it. But let's check this one out, guys. You have an Android, you may have already gotten the Google update for your phone. You need to pay attention to this. Essentially what that update is doing is allowing Google AI to access all of your data. Within your phone, I'm going to show you how to remove those permissions. Every single thing that you do on your phone, your financial, your medical, what you interact with, who you're with, where you are in the world by using geofencing. Recently heard in the news about how Walmart is. Now let's pause right here, guys. This shows all the data that is being linked on your phone right here because of some of these AI tools. Seriously, your lock screen notifications, push notifications, you got weight logs, your workout history, all these different things that companies can view based on your phone uses. It is insane. I cannot make this up. It has even got Smart Ring camera on here. Where did I just see that? At your Smart Ring data. That is what it has got on there. Seriously, what are we talking about right now? The digital price tags, that is in part by that geofencing, which is where they set up a perimeter around whatever business, that when you walk into that business, it automatically connects to your phone. They are taking all of this data, and they are working with hundreds of companies, in which they are then giving your data to those companies. This is incredibly concerning, but we still have some rights. This is what we're going to do. You're going into your settings, and scroll down, and look for Galaxy AI. Once you find Galaxy AI, you're going to click on that. You're going to scroll all the way down until you find Process Data Only on Device. Turn that on, and then click About Advanced Intelligence. Hold down to Privacy Notice. Click that until you see SmartThings Privacy Notice. Then you're going to click that. Once you're in there, you're going to scroll down, click whatever area you're in, click your language, and that is going to open up into an entirely new document when you're in here. Clicking this About Ads Info Choices, super important. Once you are in Web Choices, you can then opt out of all of these companies they're working with. Once it is completed, it is going to tell you some of the requests failed. Give it a couple days and do the whole process again. With all of that said, it is important to note that we cannot do anything to remove all of our data across the board. We can limit what they are sharing, we can go through step by step and remove those permissions. That is what we're doing. I love you so much. Please stay safe. You have to do all that just to remove your data off of some of these companies' platforms. Like, do y'all see the steps that she had to take? I mean, every single fine print step that you could imagine, she took to get to that entire link. You cannot make this up. This is where we are, this is where we are, this is capitalism in game, this is a Black Mirror movie or episode or whatever. Seriously, it just does not stop. It continues to go over and over and over again. People are selling your information for profit and they're using it to give you ads and sell you more products because they know exactly what is going on in your brain and they can sell you more and more and more and create products that you actually just want to buy and may, just go out and impulsively buy because they understand you as a human, your interactions, your tendencies, they understand it. So that is more money out of your pockets. That is gone and into the abyss. Or they're also doing other things with your data, which, that is a whole another video, conspiracy, whatever. I've seen so many different takes on that situation, but you guys let me know. I don't want to dive super deep into this because I know it opens the grounds for conspiracy and all these different things. It reminds me similar to what we see now coming up. With the cars where they're having surveillance cameras in there for 2027 or 2028, whatever it is, it just continues. Every single year, there is something new. I can't keep up at this point. Take me back to the flip phone. I need to go out and buy me a flip phone and be done because this is insane. But anyways, my take on this whole Google thing, I don't think it is the worst thing in the world. I think it is. It is just, it summarizes, makes your workflow easier because I know a lot of people, sometimes it depends on, it makes you more efficient when you need to get the information that you need. But I'm tired of the data centers on the flip side. So, you got to balance the two. But anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think about this. In the comment section below, stay boring, stay patient. Peace.